Hello everybody, I'm Stacy, and it's Thursday. The week is almost over. I'm grateful that you're with me right now and watching. I appreciate that. I'm going to do a simple little 1 cup open cup pour this morning just to get things going. And this is on this canvas is taped and everything, but it's because it's one that I didn't like, so I'm doing it over. And this is Master's Touch white as a base coat, and right here I have Liquitex Prussian blue. This is going to be all blue and white. I had something I was going to put with it, but I can't remember. Oh, I think it's just a simple little blue stone that I'm going to put on it, maybe. We'll see. And I've got, this is one of my favorite colors. It's Master's Touch Viridian. And it looks a lot like Liquitex Bright Aqua Green. And I love that color. And then I have some 24 karat gold by Deco Art. And my table is frustrating me to death because it was slanted that way. And this morning I put a canvas underneath it to brace it so it would be slanted more this way. And now it's gone too far the other direction and it's slanted too much towards me. I'm having all kinds of trouble finding some way to equilibrate this table and finding something to fit in it that will be the right size, you know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just got to keep trying. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, I think this is going to be really pretty. I love these colors. It's another beautiful day in East Texas today. The rain finally went away and it's sunshiny today. It was cloudy this morning, but it looks pretty now. I'm glad because it rained all day really hard yesterday. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked and subscribed and left me comments. I've been getting a few more of those lately and I just love it. So nice to hear from people and be in touch and stuff. Share ideas or whatever. We can all help each other if we get in touch. And that's my plan. I mean, why not? You know, YouTube makes it really easy to, you know, connect with people. That's the whole point. And so I think, especially for those of us that are artists on here, why not get in touch with other artists and share experiences and ideas and experiments, whatever. I had another artist comment on mine this morning, and I was so excited because her work is really beautiful. And Hope Christina is her name. Y'all check out her channel. She's got some really neat stuff on there. She's like me. She does some pours and resin art, but she also does some traditional acrylic painting, which I guess y'all don't know that I do that because I haven't posted any videos of it, but I do. And she does too, and her work is really beautiful. So if you get a chance, check that out. Alright, let's see here. Winding down. Getting to the end of the paint. I think that's beautiful. I love the blues together, especially with gold. And that 24 karat gold is the best gold in the world. I don't care what anybody says. It stinks in here. I cleaned out this yucky tray this morning. And that paint, it's disgusting. When it sits over time, it gets this smell. And it's really nasty. I don't know what, I can't describe it. I don't know what it smells like. Something old, like musty, you know. Like wet, musty papers or something. It's really gross. And it hasn't dissipated very much. But I had to clean out that paint. It was encroaching on my work area really bad. Okay, that's all our paint. And we have plenty. Of course, if you've watched me before, you know I always try to have extra paint on these because I love the concentric cells and I don't want to have to distort or stretch or scrimp to get by with paint. I want to have enough paint that I can preserve the integrity of it and keep what I want to keep, pour off what I want to pour off, and have plenty of choice about what those things are. And so I find that if I use a little extra paint, then I'm able to do that. And I wanted to tell y'all something I was thinking when I was mixing my paints this morning, because I don't mix my paints on camera and I talk about it every now and then, but I wanted to mention a couple of things that somebody mentioned to me that are very helpful. Number one is, I don't know if y'all know, but I was on Gina DeLuca's channel, and I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again, had this really smart idea of putting a hose, a stocking, over the Floetrol opening, and that way when you pour out your Floetrol, it's already filtered and get out all those big lumpy things. And I think that's just ingenious to put a stocking over that, and that way it's already ready to go when you pour it out of the bottle. That's one thing I wanted to tell y'all about, because I was really grateful having heard that, and it does work and it does help, and it's a good thing to do. And the other thing was about mixing paint. Since I don't do that on camera, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I think is the easiest way, the most thorough way to do that. I'm just pouring some of this off because I have so much. That's really beautiful, I think. You know, I put my paint in the cup, 1 part paint, and then I put the glue in, 1 part glue, and then I put water in at that point. And then I stir real good. Because, you know, most of the time you're going to add water, and if you put it in then, you can stir it up and it's easier, and even if you have to add quite a bit, you can do it, but you should do it in small increments so it doesn't clump up and everything, and so you don't get too much. I use a Windex bottle full of distilled water and just do it by the spray, but if you mix it when you've got just paint or paint and glue in there, it's easier to mix. And then I add my Floetrol and I mix again real good. And then I add my silicone and I don't mix again real good. Because you shouldn't mix real good after you add your silicone or it denatures it. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that along. If you're having clumps or whatever, if you've ever had any trouble with that. Ever since I started doing it like that, I've never had a clump, never had a problem. You know, it mixes real thoroughly. It's just a good way to do it. And I don't know where that came from, but if I hear things that are helpful, I try to pass them along. I don't do tutorials on here. I'm not professing to be the end all of acrylic pouring, but I have picked up some things along the way, and I like to try to share them because there's a lot of things that I wish somebody had told me when I first started doing this. And of course, we all, when we start doing something new, later on, we wish we knew everything that we know later on, early on. You know, I mean, the sooner you know things, the better your work's going to be. And so I just feel like, you know, if I have come across anything helpful, I want to mention it. You know, I think that's beautiful. And let's see, where is that little thing? Well, here's one that would go. I got so many of this stuff. There's one that might work. And then I got one that's just a square blue stone. And it would work too. Let me let y'all get down and have a better look. And I'll show you a couple of the ones that are dry now from other days. There's a swipe that I did yesterday or the day before that's dry. There is a Shelly Art swipe, and here are two blooms that I did yesterday using the Floetrol and paint method, not the Shelly Art. And I think they turned out pretty good. I've got a couple of other ones in the other room, and I think they turned out okay. It's a different way of doing it. I did it because one of my friends, Sandra Lett, had sent me a video where she had done it and said it worked. And also because I was out of base tint, so I couldn't make the other. But anyway, y'all see this up close, see what you think. I think it turned out really pretty. And I'll find something to embellish it with if I want to. I've been doing that more because I was up at the farmer's market where I sell my stuff on the weekends, and this lady said, "Oh, these are so pretty, but they'd be..." I know this other lady that makes them, and she embellishes hers, and they're so pretty, and just going on and on about it. And I thought, well, I used to embellish. Maybe I should start doing that again. So sometimes when I resin, I'll embellish them some, but I don't ever get real crazy about it. They can get gaudy if you know, go overboard. And I'm trying to be very sparing with glitter. You know, have you ever seen somebody who just goes crazy with the glitter? And then it's just like glitter explosion everywhere, and it looks tacky. So I don't do very much of that, but every now and then. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. And I have lots of content. I make videos every day. If you're interested, check it out. And please like and subscribe. That helps me. And I'm still new here, so I need all the help I can get. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. And I'll be back again. Thanks a lot.